So thanks once again for dropping by the channel. If you like the content, if you're new to the channel, please hit subscribe, share the video if you enjoyed it, felt it was useful. Now let's get into this. So, Oleksandr Usyk, he gave an interview on Sky Sports, and as we know, Oleksandr Usyk, as it stands, and I say this as it stands, he is facing Derek Chisora on the 23rd of May. Now, with what's going on, it's very hard to know if that fight is going to go ahead or not. I would imagine, and this is just me assuming, I would imagine come the end of May, we should start to see a bit of normality. So, the end of May, I wouldn't rule that out, that fight's going to happen. So if you're planning on attending that fight, don't take my word for it, but I wouldn't be worrying too much. I would say you're probably going to get to see that fight. I say probably, I would imagine that the end of May is sufficient enough time. In terms of what Oleksandr Usyk's plans are at heavyweight, he was asked basically in that Sky Sports interview if he wants to fight either Anthony Joshua or Tyson Fury. As we know, Anthony Joshua is facing Kubrat Pulev. Eddie Hearn has stated that should that fight get cancelled, due to what's going on, they may not seek that fight. As in, they may not seek the Kubrat Pulev fight. They may just try and jump straight into a unification with Tyson Fury. Now, we're hearing talk, at least it's talk, that the Wilder-Fury rematch, while it looks likely it's going to happen next, it may not happen in the summer. It may happen later. I'll talk about that in a separate video. Usyk was asked who would he rather face, to which he casually replied, both of them. So Oleksandr Usyk, he's serious about, fighting these guys at heavyweight. Personally, and some people might think I'm saying it, but going a bit mad here, but I think against Fury and against Joshua, I give Usyk a good chance against both. Because Usyk, he's fast, he uses his feet very well, his boxing skill is very good, he's a great mover, he can move for 12 rounds, that guy. That's something that could definitely offset Tyson Fury, and I definitely think it could offset Anthony Joshua. If I had to say who I think he is a better chance against, I would say, just from a stylistic point of view, I would give him a better chance against Anthony Joshua than I would against Tyson Fury. That's not to say I'd be picking him to beat both of those guys. I don't know about Anthony Joshua. Would I pick him to beat Anthony Joshua? I'd have to see how AJ looks in his next fight, whenever that's going to be. But I definitely will be picking Fury to beat Oleksandr Usyk, definitely. But it shows the intent that Usyk has for the heavyweight division. He really wants to make a go of this. He's in the number one division of boxing. He's in the main division, making the most money against the biggest guys, and he wants these big fights. He's got a pay-per-view fight against Derek Chisora, which, some people are arguing is a pay-per-view. Like, when you look at it retrospectively, it was always going to be pay-per-view. That goes out, it was always going to be pay-per-view, that fight. So, Usyk versus Chisora, we know that's pay-per-view. Where he goes from there, you see, everything that's happening now is really kind of putting everything on the back burner, because supposing that AJ Pulev doesn't go ahead and they jump straight into a unification with Tyson Fury, the winner of that is going to have that WBC mandatory with, what's the guy's name? Dylan White. What's the guy's name? That's going to happen next, because Dylan White, he's not playing around. He wants that WBC title shot. So essentially what's going to happen is if we get this unification, if we get this undisputed fight, Usyk is probably going to end up fighting for a vacant title. I can't see him keeping hold, especially if the Pulev fight gets put on the back burner. IBF will vacate that IBF title. They might give the unification to go ahead, but they'll vacate that title soon after, along with the WBO, because more than likely Dylan White's going to get first crack at the mandatories if we have an undisputed anyway. So I would imagine Usyk may not actually get to Tyson Fury or Anthony Joshua. I think he may end up fighting for a vacant title, probably against Joseph Parker. If he's still undefeated by then, or not undefeated, but if he still hasn't lost by then, if he's still number 2, because God knows who he's going to fight next. So, those are my thoughts on this. Let me know yours down below. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please leave a like, subscribe, of course, if you are new. I ain't breaking the stand out anytime soon. There's not a lot of boxing to talk to, and I'm just going to stick with audios for the next few days anyway. So, hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please leave a like, subscribe, of course, if you are new. And as always, I will talk to you.